Hi everyone, and welcome to my weekly tarot card reading for all zodiac signs. I put the sign I'm reading at the top of the video so you can easily scroll through and find the sign you're looking for. Now remember, this is a general reading, though I sometimes get specific messages for someone who needs to hear them, so be patient, as some weeks may resonate for you and others may not. I'd also recommend looking at both your sun and ascendant sign, if you know what that is. Also, this is a great opportunity to try and use your own intuition when I show the cards, to see what message you get for yourself. It's great practice. For that, I'd recommend pausing the video and sitting quietly to see what resonates for you when you're looking at the cards. I'd love to hear what comes up for you, so let me know in the comments below. Okay. Let's get started. Okay, let's get going with our weekly tarot card forecast for all of the zodiac signs. And this week I am using the Japordize tarot. And we're going to start off with Aries. And let's see what we have going on for you, Aries, for this week. Okay, Aries, this week may be time for you to make a decision about something happening in your life. And I feel like for you, this is about career or how you're seen in the world. It's all about you making a decision on how you're going to move forward to succeed in your life in a public fashion. So it's something that you may do within yourself, but you're actually making a stake in the ground to say, I want to move forward in this path, in this direction. This is what I want to do in my life. This is how I want to be seen. There's something about you wanting to be seen in some area of your life. And I'm tending to go for career or livelihood or how you're seen in the world here. But there's something here going on about you really tapping into your intuition this week in making that decision. It's not just based on purely facts here. It's really based on the intuitive knowing that you have that what direction is best for you to go in and how that will satisfy you. But it's very interesting how I'm feeling this. I'm feeling this not like satisfying you internally, but externally. So there's some feedback you're going to be getting from people, or you have gotten from people that are helping you to make this decision. So you may be looking at feedback from others on the different directions you can go in your life. So for some of you, you have done a couple of things, or maybe tried different things in your life, or you've explored options. And maybe you're looking back in history almost to say, okay, I did this in my life and I got this feedback. And I did this in my life and I got this feedback. And I did this in my life and I've got other feedback. And really compiling all that information intuitively to make a decision about where you're headed going forward. And usually when I have these feelings about when someone's making a decision, it's really around internal focus. What makes you happiest? But in this reading, I'm not feeling that. I'm feeling that it's more about feedback from your public. Maybe you have a public persona in some fashion, and this is feedback you're getting from your public or from others in your public persona, how you're seen in the world. I hope that's making sense to you, because it's very interesting how this is playing out. It's really about external forces and feedback that's helping guide you to this decision that you're going to make. If you haven't made it already, you could have made it already. And if you have made it already in the past, I feel that this will be successful for you, because it's almost like you've, as I said before, you've compiled all this information from feedback from others. You could even be going through diaries and things that where you sometimes you can't remember what actually happened. But that's all being stored internally in your intuition to be able to make the right decision going forward. So all this that I'm saying here is that it is going to be successful for you in the future. because everything that you've done up until this point is going to lead you forward, because you needed all this feedback to make the right decision on how you're going to be seen in the world. So it's all about your public persona, how you're being seen in the world, your career focus, your livelihood, how you're out there in the world. So very, very interesting read for you, Aries, this week. And I feel that you'll have a lot of confidence now, because whatever intuitive sense you've gotten from your former feedback, you will now be on the road to success. So very great news for you, Aries, this week. Okay, now we're going to move on to Taurus. Let's see what we have going on for you, Taurus, this week. Okay, Taurus, for you, I got a specific message up front. And for all of you who are new to my channel, I sometimes will get specific messages when I first put down the cards, but then I will move it into a general energy for the rest of you, because sometimes I just have to say what I've seen and heard when I lay the cards down. The specific message I have for any of you that this does apply to or resonate with, I feel like there's something going on in a relationship. It's almost like there isn't honesty between you. There are some game playings going on. So if you are dating, or it could even be in a long-term relationship, I feel it's more dating. Like, I don't feel marriage here, I feel dating. Or you could have been going out for a while, but not married yet. But there's something, and I feel that there's a hidden something happening, that you're not being honest with each other. And I'm not sure that you're willing to be honest with each other. Now, it could be one or the other person in the relationship might be seeing someone else, or flirting with someone else, or getting attention from someone else. And I think that there could be this underlying energy that happens when their guilt, and it could even be you. I'm not getting a sense of whether it's you or them. If this does apply to you, you'll know it in your own life. But I sense this feeling, that emotion that either you or them are portraying, if you have attention to from another person, the other person can feel it. The other person can definitely feel it. They are also harboring their own doubts about what they're feeling as well. And I feel that there's this play of, you both know something's going on, but you're not willing to talk about it openly. And I think it's going to cause a wall in your relationship. So if this does apply to you, I feel that there's got to be some communication happening here. You know, it may take you down a rocky path, but the truth will actually set both of you free, because there's something that you both know on both sides that has to come up to the surface. Otherwise, it's just gonna, the relationship will implode in its way, and you'll end up just never knowing, So that's just a very, very, very specific message, but it happened as soon as I put the cards down. That's what it is. So moving on to the general energy here, it is still about relationships, and I feel that there's some attention that I feel that you are looking for yourself, Taurus. I feel like this is you. You're looking for some sort of attention in your relationship that you may not be getting, or you may be getting, but it's a surprise, and you feel that it's maybe not the attention that you normally get. So now it's making you wonder, what's happening? Like, what is going on? Why are you giving me extra special attention when maybe you don't normally give me that attention? So it's all about relationships, communicating, and really being honest. I feel like this week for you, Taurus, is all about being honest, not only with the other person, but I feel like you need to be honest with yourself and what it is that you want, and what this relationship means to you, and what its purpose is, and how you're going to move forward in a way where if there's any blockage or there's something, I just feel this underlying energy in a relationship where something isn't being said that needs to come out into the open. And I don't feel like it's a good thing, like it's going to cause you maybe, like I said in the specific message, like a rocky road where you will have arguments and things will be said and who knows what the path will lead. But I feel like in this case, there's something that has to be said and let out into the open. So pay attention to your relationships this week, Taurus, and really explore your own truth in the relationship. Why are you in the relationship? And explore the truth of why the other person is in the relationship as well. It's all about trying to dig in and really find meaning in your relationships this week, dear Taurus. Okay, now we're going to move on to Gemini. Let's see what we have going on for you, Gemini, for this week. Okay, Gemini, for this week for you, it's all about solving problems. There's some situation that's happening that may be out of your control, and you're trying to figure out how to stabilize the energy. There's a whirlwind around you. I feel that it could just be things are taking a life of their own, because that's what I keep hearing, is taking a life of their own, which in my brain say, well, that must be things out of your control that are just happening around you. And you're trying to figure out what's the best way to maneuver this situation. So there may be a situation presenting itself to you that is all about solving problems. I feel like other people are involved here as well. I don't feel like this is just you doing it internally, solving a problem. I feel like for you, it's working with other people to solve a problem. This also could be in a work situation where you are on a team and you need to coordinate with the others on the team to help solve this problem. This also is coming up to me that it could be in a work-related situation where things are out of control as far as the department or people that you work with, and maybe an organizational changes that are happening, because I also see that there is a potential here for you to start again in a new position or start over, because I feel like it's a new beginning for you in career. And so whatever it is that you're doing right now that feels out of your control, things are happening around you, there's other people involved, however that applies in your life, there's a better road forward in your life. I'm going to equate this to running a marathon, because you're going through the marathon and you don't think you can make it. There's just things happening and you're thinking, I can't, how am I going to do this? I'm at mile 10, how am I going to keep going? But somehow you do. And through all that feeling that you're never going to make it, you cross the finish line. And now you have a new appreciation for what you went through to get to that marathon, regardless of how you finish. And I feel like this is happening in your world somehow, where right now you may not be able to see it if your world is taking a life of its own and things are happening and there's just a lot going on around you. I really feel that. And you're just not sure how you're going to make it through. If this does apply to you, you will come to the other end. And it's almost like this feeling of accomplishment. Because if you can make it through this time, if this does apply to you, it is a general reading, you will feel this whole new level for you. I feel like you're raising your level or awareness. I don't know how to call it, but it's almost like I made it. And now you're more mature in the way you're going to look at things because of this experience at this moment. So I hope that makes sense for you. Again, this isn't going to apply to everyone. It is pretty specific, but it is the only message I'm getting here. And, if it does seem that there is nothing you can do about it, it probably is nothing you can do about it. You just got to get through it. So just, grin, bear it, be strong, because I'm feeling that you need to be strong here as well, and you will get through whatever is going on in your world at this moment, dear Gemini. Okay, now we're going to move on to Cancer. Let's see what we have going on for you, Cancer, for this week. This one and this one wants to come out. Okay. Okay, Cancer. This is, it's an amazing week for you, I feel here, because you are realizing that your determination to be successful in a certain area is here. If you look back to where you were, I don't know, 5 years ago, just take a look back, and I'm going to use that, you know, it could be 4 years ago, it could be 6 years ago, but that kind of range. And think about where you were at that time of your life and the goals and the things that you set out for yourself that seemed possibly impossible, or maybe you couldn't see it clearly, but you knew that you wanted to move forward and be successful in some way. Today, you can appreciate everything that you went through to get to where you are. And you're appreciating everything that is surrounding you. All of the hard work to get to where you are, everything that you have built for yourself out of pure determination, and also the way you live your life, because I feel like there's this caring element as well. So you were not only good to yourself, but good to others around you. It's all now coming together where you're seeing the fruits of your labor. But now, going forward, you know that this can't be the way forever. You can sit and, you know, you built your garden, you sat around, you looked at all the beautiful flowers that have blossomed from your garden, and then, okay, I can't sit here all the time. What's my next journey? So I feel like for you, Cancer, you're looking at what is next for you. What do you need to do now? What has to change for you to take the next step in your journey in life? And I feel like it's an overall life journey. I don't see anything specific. It could just be your livelihood or how you maneuver in the world, whatever that is in your life. It will apply differently to everybody, but the energy that I'm feeling from this reading is all about, I'm here, I've reached this level, and here I am, and it's beautiful, and I can understand everything that I did to get to this point. But after I've taken a few breaths and, you know, enjoying it, you're still looking to get better at something, or to do something different, or to change the way that you view the world and what you do in the world. So it's time for you to really shake things up in your life. Don't take away any appreciation for what you've been and gotten to in your life so far, but that doesn't mean it's the end for you. You know, there's another goal that you may need to achieve. It feels very Aries and Capricorn right now, I'm feeling. You know, there's a goal, there's something that you're trying to achieve, and you will get there. So hang on to that and start thinking about what's the next step. If this does apply to you, what's your next step? Okay, now we're going to move on to Leo. Let's see what we have going on for you, Leo, this week. Okay, Leo, for you, this is all about coming full circle in your life. There's a lot of wisdom I'm feeling here for you, dear Leo. I feel that this week you're very grounded and understanding the environment in which you are in this place. I have to say it's very surreal. So this is how I'm feeling it. You are being grounded, but there's this mindset of, I'm grounded, yet everything around me seems surreal. That's what I'm feeling for you. It's almost like a tree in your yard with a windstorm around it, if that makes sense to you. There is things going on, and you know that you're in a grounded place, but you can't understand what's going on around you. But it's not affecting you in the way that you're caught up in it. So the tree is standing there, and the wind is around it, but it's strong enough that it's not going to get pulled out of the ground. It's just going to look around and just hold that space for whatever is happening. So to me, I'm interpreting that as maybe people in your life, things going on around you, other people feel maybe out of control in some way. And it could be in a sense where, you know, when a storm happens, afterwards there's debris left over. So I feel like there is this sense of ending in some way for you, but you don't know what that ending's going to be right now because the storm is still active. So you don't know what's going to be taken out. You don't know what's going to happen, but you know something's going to happen. So there will be debris. You know, there will be something that's going to end once this energy settles down, because I feel like for you, it's right in the middle of it. But it's not affecting you in this moment, beside saying, I have no idea what's going on right now. Like, what is happening? That's what I'm feeling, but it's not affecting you emotionally. You're not swirling with the rest of them. You're just watching. You're just observing, and you know there's going to be fallout. The fallout may have nothing to do with you. It may be all the swirling, all the people, all the situations around you. You know, something could be happening. Maybe it's people you know that are having issues in relationships or work or whatever. Whatever it is for them, there is going to be fallout from that. And you're just observing it. And that fallout could affect you along the line, whereas I feel like maybe you may not have the same friendships you had before, because I feel like it's more peer related. That's why I'm equating it to friendships. But the people in your life may not be the people in your life going forward. I don't feel like it's an actual relationship one-on-one. Like I do, but I don't feel like it's a love relationship. I feel like it would be friendships. So maybe your friends or people that are around you, or something happening in your community, that everybody's in an uproar over something and you're watching it, and you know eventually that something is going to happen where the people are no longer associated in your circle anymore, or something to that effect. So it's kind of random, kind of specific. So take what you can from that. Again, this is a general reading, and I cannot control what comes up when I pull the cards. So enjoy your week, dear Leo. Okay, now we're going to move on to Virgo. Let's see what we have going on for you, Virgo. Okay, Virgo, I feel like for you this week, there's some sort of fortitude for you this week. There's something that you are dealing with very well. I have to tell you this. There may be some of you Virgos who may have, I don't want to call it bullying, but somebody is not looking after you the way you thought you could trust them. You thought you could trust them, and you're realizing, nope, can't trust them. Or I have to be careful, or watch my back, or say the right thing. I have to be prepared. It's all about being prepared for anything that comes. This could be at work. You may be put on the spot in work, because I feel like it's in your outside world, where you are in the outside, like how you are in the world. So I feel like it could be career related, in the public. That's why I'm feeling like that could happen in your community. If you aren't working at this moment, it could even be your friends. It's your association in the world. And you feel like you always have to be on guard. I have to be prepared. If you are in work, it could be that you have to be prepared always, because somebody is always trying to question your abilities or something like that. So you have to do extra work to make sure that it's going right. But I feel even with all of that happening in your outside world, that within you, there is a knowing that you're doing a great job. You are doing what's in your heart, and you know that this is part of life. Like, I feel this wisdom from you as well, that you understand that out there in your outside public life, it's just how the game is played. It's what people do. It's human nature. but you're not taking it personally, and you're understanding that it is what it is, and I just know I have to step up my game in order to deal with certain people. I have to step up my game to understand. But when you step outside of your public life into your private life, you can settle in, and it's like you forget about it. It's not like you're staying up at night worrying about it. You're not doing any of that. Once you step into your home or your sacred space, you now feel whole, and you can rest, and you can enjoy your life. You can enjoy your family. You can enjoy your children. You can enjoy everything, and know that when I get up the next day, I have to go deal with it again, and it's okay, because it's just part of life. And there's this wisdom of you understanding that from a deeper level, which is really fantastic, Virgo. I just love the feeling I'm getting from this, because it is understanding on a higher level that you know you can't make certain people change. You understand that. You've made choices, but no matter what choices you make, there's always going to be someone there that you have to be on guard with, or you have to play a certain part in your life, and you're okay with that at this point in your life, and you know that it has nothing to do with you. So it's a wonderful feeling, because a lot of times when people do go through things and they think it's their fault, or what am I doing wrong, and you say to the person, well, it has nothing to do with you, it has everything to do with the other person. This is where your wisdom comes into play this week. You understand it's not you, it is the other person. So really impressed with the wisdom and insight happening from this reading for you, dear Virgo. Okay, now we're going to move on to Libra. Let's see what we have going on for you, Libra. Okay, Libra, fantastic week. First thing that came to me when I put down the cards, even before I even put the last card down, this will be a playful week for you. This is fantastic for you, Libra. This is about fun. This is about laughter. This is about just enjoying life, enjoying the people around you. There may be some sort of event happening in your family or community, but it's fun. You're enjoying your friendships. Some of you may be going to a wedding. There is celebration. It is relaxed. I feel at ease when I'm feeling the energy happening right now, looking at these cards. There is laughter. You are dressed up. You are having fun. You may be going out somewhere and you're meeting with friends. There's people around you. It's like your tribe, the people that are in your life that you feel safe with, secure with, and can be yourself with. I feel like there's no walls put up this week. You are able to be vulnerable with the people around you because you know that they care about you. So you could be going on vacation, I feel event, wedding. It could just be in your own home with your family. And your tribe could be your family if you have children and you're around them and you're just enjoying yourself. I feel outside. A lot of things are happening for you outside. Trips can be taken. All in all, fun. And I smiled, when I felt the energy, because I felt the word playful. It's a playful week for you. Enjoy it, Libra, enjoy it. There are chances for each one of us to have these wonderful feelings, these wonderful times, and this is your time to have that. So enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Okay, now we are moving on to Scorpio. Let's see what we have going on for you, Scorpio, for this week. Okay, Scorpio, it's very interesting. I feel this determination from you this week, but I don't feel like it's anything out of the norm. I feel like you're being you this week. You're just being yourself. I feel like you are very busy this week. There is all about activity and action and just taking care of business, but in your Scorpio way. Like I feel this personality comes out for you, that it's just who you are. There's nothing abnormal about what's happening for you. It's not like this is a different week than any other week for you, except you're just doing it in your own way. Whatever you're doing, it's just the way you do things. and you're very confident about the way you're doing things because it's who you are. And there's no fault in that. You're not feeling at fault for being who you are. You're not apologizing to anybody. You are just doing your thing. This is where it gets interesting. For those of you who are looking for love or are not connected with someone in a relationship, this person could just show up. And the reason why they're showing up for you this week is because you are going through your life and your days being who you are and confident in who you are. They can see you for who you are. And that in itself is the energy is going to bring someone, like a law of attraction, but it's not like you're out there looking for them in this moment. You're not out there on dating sites or anything. I feel like this is just an energetic magnet for you this week because I can feel your energy. You're not paying attention to anything but taking care of business, being who you are, and out of the blue, someone may show up for you. It's like that law of attraction almost, in a way, because you're putting the energy out into the world where people can see you and understand you, so they're being brought in. I hope that's making sense. It's really out there what I'm saying, and I apologize. I see energetic frequencies more than I can explain sometimes, but it's like going through a curtain of energy where now on the other side, people are drawn to you. They can sense you. They can sense who you are, and that's attractive to them. It's attracting them to you without you having to be putting energy out there to do it, because it's just a natural thing. So it's all in your best interest. If you are looking for love, this is the week that it would happen. I feel that it would happen. And for you, I think you feel like you don't notice it. I feel like it's so funny. I almost sense that people can see you and are attracted to you, but you're not aware of it. You're just doing your thing. And it's almost like you're not even aware, but they will show up for you and you will be aware at some point. Almost like, where did this come from? So someone may ask you out, so be prepared for that. I don't even think that you know them per se, but you may know of them. That may be what I'm feeling here. Because there's a sense of recognition from you. Like, oh, really? I never thought that you thought anything of me before. That type of feeling I'm getting. But as a general reading, even if you're not looking for love, there is this general feeling of people being attracted to you this week. Almost like, you know, when you have those weeks where whatever you're saying, whatever you're doing, people are on board with you and people are giving you accolades and telling you how nice you look or what skills you have or laughing at your jokes, whatever it is, and you're thinking, what? Why is this happening? And it's because you're putting out this energetic frequency in the world that is making other people attracted to you because they can see you. So very, very interesting week this week. I love it. And let me know. I'm curious to hear if you want to let me know in the comments how that plays out for you, if this does resonate with you, dear Scorpio. Okay, now we're going to move on to Sagittarius. Let's see what we have going on for you, Sagittarius, this week. Okay, Sagittarius, the first thing I thought of that came to me when I pulled these cards for you is you're not taking anything from anyone this week. You're not falling for anything. You're not taking it. You know better. Maybe you're reading something. Maybe somebody's trying to tell you something or pull the wool over your eyes, or just because they believe it, they're going to be telling you what they believe, but you're not falling for it. Like, you know better. I just feel this feeling of you know better this week. I feel like this sick and tired of people trying to tell me what I already know. I'm very confident in my own beliefs, and I don't need other people trying to change my beliefs. You're like, I'm not having it. Like, I keep feeling that. I'm not having it this week. I'm just not putting up with it. I don't care. I know what I'm doing. But it's this, not belligerent, I don't want to say belligerent, Sagittarius, but it's just this, I don't know, this feeling like you're just like, whatever, people, I just don't even care. This is how I'm doing it. I know. And inside, you may not be showing it outside, but inside you have a little bit of anger. I'm not going to lie to you, Sagittarius. I'm feeling this anger. It's not like a horrible anger. You're not going to do anything, but this just frustration and anger. It's like, oh, I'm just sick of this. I'm sick of this. There's something that is just irritating you, and it's about things going on around you, or people trying to tell you things, or even if you're reading something in a newspaper or some news comes out, and who knows what will happen this week, but news may come out and you're just like, I can't take this anymore. I'm just so fed up with XYZ. It could be in your work situation. And you have this feeling like, I want to explode, but I'm not going to, but inside you are. You're feeling it, and it's going to come out, like just what I said for one of the other signs, how people can feel your energy. There's an energetic resonance that goes on around you, and people are either attracted to it or repelled by it. People are actually a little bit afraid because your strength, like there's this, I feel this, like I can't do it anymore. And you just want to walk away from it all this week. This may be for you, Sagittarius, a good week to be by yourself, because I don't think that being around people is going to help matters, because I feel like people are going to want to talk about things or do things, and you can't be in that space right now because you're not in an open space of, okay, well, sure, let's all talk about all the different things that we're hearing or believing or whatever's happening, and we'll just talk about it. That's not the energy I'm feeling. I'm feeling this, I can't listen to anything anyone else is saying, and I just want to walk away from it. So good week for you, Sagittarius, to just be by yourself, whatever that means for you, and do things that you enjoy. You don't have to be with others. Okay, now we are moving on to Capricorn. Let's see what we have going on for you, Capricorn, this week. Okay, for you, Capricorn, this week, I feel like you've made some choices in your life, or you're thinking about making choices in your life. What you want in your life. I feel like some of you are possibly going back in time. You may be rereading journals, or thinking about your childhood, or thinking about your friends that you've had. There's this feeling internal, like I'm feeling internalizing everything that is happening within you, within your life. Because I feel like for you, externally, you're feeling like there's just a lot happening possibly for you. There is a feeling that you're watching your life take a direction that you didn't expect, and you're trying to piece it together by thinking about what choices you made to get here in this time frame. So you're watching your life and thinking about, how did my life come to this? Maybe you're in a fight, or something's going on with your relationship. It's not taking a good turn right now, or things at work are blowing up, or things that are happening, and you find yourself looking at yourself in space and time of, here I am, but how did I get here? How did I get into this relationship? How did I get into this job? And again, this is general reading, so I'm giving you some tips on some of the things based on the energy that I'm feeling from this reading. But how did I get here? How did I get to this job? How did I get to this relationship? And it's like, now you're thinking, well, okay, well, look at the choices I've made up until this life. What was I seeing? What didn't I see in life? Maybe there is something that you see clearly now that you didn't see years ago. And it's led you up to this point, and now it's like you change. And all of us as humans change, right? You see something that you never saw before. I remember a silly story of walking in my kitchen, and I had my table and chair, and the back of the chair was right in my path. And every day I would bang my elbow the same place every single day, and never even thought to move the chair. And one day I went in the kitchen and I said, why do I have the table like this? Why is the chair in my path? So I turned the table and moved the chair and opened the space, and it was like I had never seen it before, because where I was in my life, I couldn't see that. And so that's what I'm trying to get you to understand, is when we're in certain places in our life, we only know what we know. We only can see what we can see until we know more or can see more or have gone through life enough that we understand things in a new way. That's where you are, Capricorn, where you're now in a new place and you see life differently. But your life isn't exactly, it's like how I was banging my elbow. It was like my elbow was sore every day. I mean, I think I had a permanent bruise on it. I didn't know it until all of a sudden I went, why am I doing this? Like, my elbow really hurts. And I kind of like couldn't understand why I never saw that before. It was a silly thing, and it's just an example to show you that as humans, we can only see what we can see. And we can't judge ourselves on that, which we now understand. That why didn't we understand that before? Why couldn't we see it before? So I see you thinking about the choices you've made in your life, going through journals, really looking at your life, how you got to this point, where now you can see what's happening. And I don't feel that you're too happy about it, but I feel like you now will understand it, if that makes any sense whatsoever. But I feel it pretty clearly here, dear Capricorn. So just hang in there, and it's a moment of growth for you. So remember that. It's just a moment of growth. Okay, now we are moving on to Aquarius. Let's see what we have going on for you, Aquarius, this week. Okay, Aquarius, this is a good week for you. I want to just say that right out loud. I hear laughing, so I don't know what's funny. There's laughter here. It may be joyful laughter. You could be laughing at someone or something, because I feel someone laughing. You're playing with ideas as well this week, and you are determined to make something happen. And you're going through all your options of how you're going to get there. I feel like you're doing it with confidence in a way that it's with ease. There's an ease of you making these choices, making this decision. There's these options for you, what you're doing. You're playing around with ideas. It's fun for you, but yet it has a purpose. So some of you might have hobby businesses or something like that, because I feel this, it's really weird, because I'm feeling two energies here. I'm feeling this laughter, this fun, but I'm also feeling this determination from you of accomplishing something. And I'm feeling peace. I'm feeling peace within it all. So I'm feeling that peace is of ease. It's ease of you to get this done. It's just how you're going to go about it and what you're going to do, what choices you're going to make. And playing around with ideas, I feel that energy for you as well. And with ease. So you may have options at your work. You may have options to just do something this week with your friends or your family or your partner. There's options. Maybe you're planning a vacation, because the ease I'm feeling could be a relaxed state of, you're planning a vacation and you're so excited because you finally can do it and you can finally plan this vacation. And now you're figuring out, well, where are we going to go? What are we going to do? And you're remembering former vacations and enjoying the thought of that and the choices that you have. So for you, Aquarius, to boil it down, it's all about choices for you and taking action based on those choices, but it's all filled with ease. That's why I think I'm feeling that it must be around vacation or something. It could even be around work, but you have more than one choice. So maybe if it is work related, you may have multiple people contacting you or multiple opportunities for jobs. And you're happy about it because you have these choices now, and you can actually put in your resume, go on the job interviews, whatever it is, and you know you're going to be okay. There's this ease feeling. I'm feeling this ease from you, and laughter and determination all at the same time. So Great week for you, Aquarius. Whatever it is you choose to do, you will be great at it and you will move forward. So wonderful for you, dear Aquarius. Okay, now we are moving on to the last sign of Pisces. And let's see what we have going on for you, Pisces. Okay, Pisces, this week, some of you may be having a little bit of anxiety happening. I feel that for you, it could be because of one individual, because I feel like there could be one person in your life that's causing you a bit of anxiety this week. This person, I feel, is a strong person, but very intellectual. And maybe there's just something happening where they're not approving. There's some disapproval happening. I just feel that they're judging you. Maybe you're feeling judged this week, or something's happening around that feeling, because I feel you feeling very vulnerable but anxious at the same time, which tells me that could be a situation of somebody being judgmental, because that would make you feel vulnerable as well as anxious. I feel like for you, there is this time where you need to just not allow them, anyone, to make you feel less than you are. And it's time for you to get centered on that. And I feel like you need to connect with something that is greater than you. And when I always say that, I think of going outside and connecting with nature. If you've ever felt it when you're outside, away from the general public, if you're out in the woods or on a hike or even in a park, sometimes even in your own garden if your yard is pretty sheltered. And just looking around you, you feel the greater energy and you're taken away from the day-to-day or the human aspect, which can sometimes be a narrowed perspective. And there's a lot going on in your head this week. I feel there's a lot of heady energy for you, Pisces, and it's time for you to get grounded, because I feel that that could be what you're missing this week. So if you have a chance to go outside, take your shoes off even, put your feet in the ground and get centered in the world and the energy that's around you that is stable, that is tried and true. Say you're on a path in a park, say, for example. This will be harder if you're in a city environment, but you can find it. You can definitely find it. Just take a walk, and there is always a way to escape and just be part of the energy of the world spinning around. You know, when you look at trees in a forest, for example, they're just always there and they have their cycle, but it's all in harmony. There's always this harmony. It's the people energy that take us away from the harmony. And I think that's to our minds. We use our minds in a way that is different than nature uses their intellect or whatever they have. They're more based on intuition and survival and cycles. So if you connect with the nature's cycles and connect with the earth and the cycle of the earth and just let that heady energy go away, you will find peace in this situation, because I feel like it's not even that important, but to you it feels important, and that's what's most important, is how you feel. And you need to get to a place where you can feel centered and you can feel connected. That's what the energy is saying here to do, is don't let anyone, if there's a bullying thing or somebody's judging you or there's something happening with another person, and this person you may regard as somebody who has higher value than you do, or you look up to them maybe in something, or they may be older than you. You have high respect for them, and that's what I think is bothering you, because they're looking down on you or judging you or something. You're feeling very vulnerable. So get outside, connect with nature, connect with yourself, connect with the cycle of earth, and it will help keep you grounded this week. Again, if this does apply to you, Pisces, you know this is a general reading. Okay, everyone, what a great week we've had, and I hope you all are going to enjoy yours, and I'd love to hear any comments that you have. Please check out my 30-day daily tarot challenge where I pull a card a day and I go over the meaning of the card. It kind of gives you some perspective for your day and see how you feel after those 30 days. So as usual and as always, I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye.